All the disrespect before you play back, button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful morning, a full week of checking these buttons. We got a hot one. Hell, we got a hot week, to say the least. There's a lot going on. Chapters down below, sub button down below. Thank you guys. We're on the race to that 56K, and we got to check probably the hottest damn buttons of the year. Let's go. All right, now into the first set of buttons, these set of buttons that need to be checked. And when I call it the hottest buttons of the year, I think it just feels that way to me because I was the host of this, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about Waka Flocka, Sonic Fox. Unfortunately, it was, okay, first of all, it was an amazing event. I was there with my son and my cousin. We had a wonderful time. I will talk about my experience and my thoughts about this afterwards, but let's go ahead and cover the story first. Okay, so we all know Waka Flocka versus Sonic Fox. That happened. It seemed to be a great time. Hell, I was there. I had a great time. But now, months later, apparently there was some shit that wasn't done right, and you know, that remains to be seen, but that's what Sonic is talking about. Sonic is airing it out. He posted this just yesterday. He says, "This dude has ghosted me on payments for the Waka Flocka match, and when I asked about it, this is his response, LOL. I don't even care to pursue legal charges, just don't trust this team to follow through on their promises." And you can see it right here where he's, you know, quote retweeting this where it says go live. So apparently Sonic's saying, I reached out to him and this is his response. Sonic continues right here. You can see where it says, I think he's still mega upset that I didn't want to join his shady team when all he had to present was false hope and nothing in hard paperwork. Contractually speaking, they paid me half of what it was owed. Legit everything going fine until I told them I didn't want to be on their team. And then of course you can imagine a lot of the FGC is like basically in shock. You see some saying it's crazy that Fashun is trying to get Waka blacklisted from the FGC after all that talk. People tagging Punk as well. And of course, it goes on. Then from there, Fashun sees this. If you're not too familiar with Fashun, he's like the CEO of Nobi Gaming, right? Nobi Gaming was in charge of this presentation, right? If it wasn't for him, none of this Waka Flocka versus Sonic Fox, none of that would happen. So that's why Sonic is questioning him, because he's the one in charge of everything. So Fashun posts this, right? He says, I'm a receipt keeper. I'm telling these folks, LOL, I paid Sonic more money to win a match against a non-pro than Sonic made at a pro tournament. Y'all about to find out the true facts shortly, but great job. Keep yourself relevant in toxicity. They love to make me the bad guy, but then it always flips on them. Wait until I tell them the facts. I be trying to save y'all image by not exposing y'all, when behind the scenes people know how some of y'all favorite personalities really are, and people business-wise in the FGC know what the fuck I'm talking about. Sonic, tell the truth. But don't worry, I will shortly, and I wish anyone that works with Sonic the best of luck, and that you do not get treated how we did. The facts soon cometh. I have meetings to attend to for now, so I will give full attention to this later. Then you can see the FGC pretty much, you know, commenting down below. Still seems like they're, you know, siding with Sonic, but they're like, well, if you have something, like, where are the receipts? We need to see something. But Sonic sees that, responds as well, saying, I'm being so serious when I say post the receipts. You and I agreed to a contract. I fulfilled my end, and you haven't fulfilled yours. I asked to try to resolve this in private with you, and it's you that began ghosting me. It is you that said go live when I asked again. I believe you're going to keep payment in bad faith instead of paying what is owed, and it's not too late to resolve this in private, and we can go our separate paths in life. If you do not wish to resolve this issue, my next step will be to litigate to compel payment. Then you can see right here where Sonic's like, if any esports lawyers want to DM me about if it's actually worth pursuing legal charges, hit me up. And then down below you can see, you know, FGC responding, basically either naming or tagging lawyers that they know in the community. Then it gets deeper because Fashun responds saying, I don't know where you're getting your information from, but we have a full legal team and they advised us that the contract was null and void due to the venue change. The contract was specific to the original venue to perform, and you were informed of the venue change via email in which you still chose to participate. Even though the venue change was out of everyone's control, we still paid you in good faith, as well as everyone that participated. And we even paid you more than you made beating an entire pro field at East Coast Throwdown the following week. And all you had to do was beat a non-pro gamer, which was so easy for you that you even did it blindfolded, LOL. Sonic actually responds to this saying, also, this reinforces the bad faith which I will also be citing as evidence in court. So maybe your legal team should have told you to keep your posts to yourself. Then I see Sonic post again, and some of these might be a little out of order because they, kept going back and forth. But Sonic posted this saying, no, you only paid me half, and without a written agreement that I would be paid less for a venue change, then what you owe me for talent would still be in play. The venue change would not nullify what you owe me unless it was written otherwise. Pay up what you owe me. If you truly believe the contract is null for this reason, I'm just gonna have to see you in court since there's no reasoning with you. I'm not even asking for a percentage in merch sales on top of what you owe me too. Again, it's not too late to pay me what you owe me and go about your day, but if this is the path you truly wish to go down, then we'll just have to meet in court. Then I see Sonic posting this as well, saying it's such a shame too, considering the event with Waka was actually relatively fun and brought more eyes onto MK, just to have it ruined like this, LOL. Okay, so you have a lot to think about right there, but it's not done because Fashun posed back as well, and this one is pretty lengthy. I haven't actually read it yet. I'm just looking at it, and yeah, it's pretty damn long. So anyway, might as well kick your feet up, grab some popcorn, and let Uncle Nesto's voice take you there. Okay, so Fashun posts this saying, Sonic, since you want to play victim and attempt to defame my character with fallacy, you were emailed the breach of contract, and you know how you breached the contract. And I still paid over half to you anyway, so stop lying. You did not abide by your obligations leading up to the event, and you know this. Ask everyone else that participated if they got paid. Ask Rewind if he got paid. Ask Zombat and KP, Bifu, Acoustics, etc. Then you say shady company when you wanted to sign with us, so let's not act like you didn't until you discriminated our company because Waka made a tweet about Trump. How childish. We then told you Nobi Gaming supports everyone. Our company has no political stance. We welcome all beliefs. Everyone has the right to believe in what they choose to. We do not discriminate. But your choice to not sign only because of a tweet shows your own prejudice to other people's belief if they do not align with your own, yet you are supposed to be a voice for the people. Yet you are biased to what people you truly support. Beyond that event, Sonic, we had sponsorships and deals in place for you due to your interest in wanting to join the team, and you sabotaged us. Set us back by making us have to salvage our relationships with companies we convinced to sponsor your brand when you decided to change your mind at the last minute, which made us look unprofessional. You disregarded all the hard work that was being put in for you to maintain your quality of life, and you sabotaged us for your ego. You are not the good person that I thought you to be. You are an entitled person that throws temper tantrums at people that actually had your back. Why don't you have this energy with the major companies that are really robbing you? We gave you an opportunity to make extra money outside of tournaments, so when you left the event to an actual pro event, you made less than what we already paid you. Do you think that teams exist that do not have Democrats and Republicans on the same team? What the fuck? I have the right to be disappointed because people in the FGC warned me how toxic you are and told me to stay far away from you and your brand, and I have defended you countless times because I felt that you just have not had the right person behind you to navigate your career where it could be. This is why you still have free agent pinned to your tweet, because ain't no team out here running just to throw 15 to 20K a month, which is what you said EG paid you when you were disqualifying yourself out of pro tournaments on purpose and with this type of public display on your behavior. Sonic, we went and got deals in place for you that most gamers do not get because we are also in other industries of entertainment as well. You are ungrateful and you did this in pure emotion, just like a true Pisces would, because obviously you are probably dealing with life circumstances. And you may not have found a new esports place to call home yet, so you are choosing to take it out on the wrong person. You are wrong, and one day you will see that. We did not even make $1 from that event, yet I made sure all you were paid. Then you can see right here, we actually post some DMs. I guess they were talking. He was like, congratulations at East Coast, which I believe, Sonic won that. He said, we'll be conversing this week if everything is still the same status from our last conversation. Sonic responds and says, thank you. And about that, I think with Waka announcing support for Trump is like a massive conflict of interest, so I'm not sure about the deal anymore, unfortunately. Fashun responds saying, no, bro, LOL. Then Sonic's like, yeah, I couldn't believe it either. And then Fashun responds with like, let's have a conversation first. We are here for everybody's freedom of choice. You two should have a conversation first, LOL. Holy shit, it gets even deeper. I literally just saw an update right now. Oh my God. So Fashun just posted that, right? Talking about, you know, the DM and whatnot. Sonic replies to that saying, I knew it. This dude is upset that I didn't wish to be a part of Nobi Gaming when I didn't wish to join his team after Waka publicly made Trump announcement and you never emailed any breach of contract, period, and neither did you explain stop lying and pay up. Damn, it keeps going. Okay, let's take a pause real quick. For those of you that don't know, the thing that they're talking about with Waka and Trump, shortly after the event, Waka was interviewed by somebody, and I don't know if it was years ago and it just came up or if it was recent, right? But Waka was kind of going viral. I even heard local radio stations talking about this shit, right? So Waka said something in the interview where he was basically endorsing Trump because of his money management skills, basically. I think Trump gave him some advice or told him something one time. It was something to that effect, right? Where he was like, yo, Trump did this or told me this, and it helped me a lot financially. So I'm down with that.
When I yell something, I want y'all to say 2024. When I say the word, say 2024. You ready? Y'all ready? Yeah. Trump! Trump! I fuck with y'all, man. Waka Flocka, man.
Okay, so now we're caught up. Sonic responded to that DM that Nobi Gaming posted as far as like, you know, we should talk it out. He updates it right here. Literally says, update. He sent me an email an hour ago. Breach of contract was me not posting about the event on social media. When I did and I retweeted most of the posts he made, yeah, see you in court. And thank you for bringing up stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with the event. Then, holy shit, if it doesn't get even deeper, Sonic responds, posting more DMs, and he's showing a lot. He's actually scrolling, right? He's saying also, since you posted or what you posted has nothing to do with the contract, if you're gonna post receipts, post the full conversation. I kept it professional and I said I no longer wish to pursue a deal, especially when I was in talks with other folks and you never showed anything real. Here, I mean, there's other stuff if you kind of want to go on, you can probably find it, you know what I'm saying? But from here, we can see the rest of that conversation where he says, let's have a conversation. And then Sonic responds saying, no, of course, it's not my issue. It's that my brand falls as a result of working with that, if that makes any sense. Nobi responds saying, I think you two are genius minds. He says, there's no beef, I promise. And he says, no, not true. Nobi responds again, you know, trying to work it out. Sonic says, my brand is super progressive and open to queer, etc., etc. So being like a direct partner with someone who openly supports Trump and knowing that information is sort of brand suicide for me. Fashun says, but I have made sure that it wouldn't affect any of us. Sonic says, unfortunately, this isn't the first time this has happened. And then you can see the rest of the conversation here, right? He says, unfortunately, I can't support it. Sonic goes on to say, I don't think it's something that's in my interest. Leave that to the politicians. And then it isn't concerns. It's something that I know to be true from experience. It unfortunately ain't the first time that it's happened. Sonic says, I'm sorry, man. It's over, but it doesn't mean necessarily that I'm not open to future opportunities. Fuck me, it's not over. Okay, there's a lot to go through, trust me. And I'm trying not to read unnecessary things because I feel like even though everybody's posting this, there's some stuff that doesn't need to be aired out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, long story short, Sonic does reply again, and it's still friendly, but he's still saying the same thing, like, you know, I'm sorry, but thanks, but no thanks. Then it finishes right here. Well, like I said, at least for now, Sonic says, again, what you're complaining about has nothing to do with what you owe me, and then you continue and try to gaslight me and say other companies are what other companies are saying about me without actually giving me any paperwork, just empty promises. Again, I'll see you in court. Sorry you're mad that I do not wish to work directly with the Trump supporter as the pillar of the brands, LOL. And there you have it, holy to the shit. That's a lot to take in. Okay, so for one, let's point out some big things. Fashun is saying that, you know, we paid you and it was your fault that you breached the contract. At first, he was saying that because we changed the venue, we weren't obligated to pay the 10K. Remember the whole thing was 10K? Everybody was promised 10K as far as like what Sonic was gonna get paid. Hell, on Button Check, we talked about 10K. Am I not mistaken, I know it was a few months ago, but I believe on the stream when we were talking about 10K. All right, okay, check this out though.
You have to earn this.
What y'all don't know, there's 10 G's on the line. But what you don't know is they was talking before the match. And Sonic, if I'm getting this correctly, You said, if you even win a round,
Yeah.
I'll give you the head,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To my knowledge, and like I said, I'm not the money man. I don't know about that. But to my knowledge, I was never told a different amount was being paid. So we were just running with 10K, right? So then this happens, and then Sonic's like, well, where's the rest of my money? You know, you only paid me half. And then Fashun's like, well, because the thing changed, we didn't have to, and you knew that because I emailed you that. On top of that, you breached the contract. Sonic seems confused as hell, right? They're like, what breached the contract? I didn't do anything. You're making stuff up. Then he says he emailed, got emailed about an hour ago saying breach of contract, and it was Sonic not talking about the event on Twitter. And Sonic saying, yes, I did. I talked about the event. I promoted the event, and anytime you tweeted something, I retweeted it. So that's why Sonic is now saying, I'm gonna see you in court. If this is what your definition of breach of contract is, then there's no other thing than to see your ass in court. Then of course it comes into play where they're talking about, Sonic being a free agent. They wanted him because we all know Sonic was a free agent, and then Nobi Gaming was very interested. Obviously, you can see in these messages here, but they couldn't agree, I guess, on the money. But it seems like Nobi was trying, like he said, Fashun was like, I was trying to set up brand deals and all this other stuff for you, but you're sabotaging it. Sonic's like, well, it's also the whole Trump thing. And no matter what they talked about, Sonic was willing to bend, like, yo, this is my beliefs, and I'm sorry, I can't do it. And now here we are, and the FGC is going batshit crazy. People are still tagging me. It's not gonna go away. This thing is not gonna go away anytime soon, especially if they go to court. This is fucking crazy, right? And it's sad. It's so fucking sad. I legit want to cry right now. You know what I'm saying? Because this was such a special memory to me, y'all. I love fucking New York. I love New York FGC. Me and Dirty Low talk about it every time. That's why I went once to defend the North. They treated me so good. I made it a point to go back when I could. And it just happened to be for this, right? Because I got invited to not only go there, but to work with them. You know what I'm saying? So we did a lot of interviews and whatnot. And I got to meet so many beautiful people from the NRS. And just FGC, period. It was amazing. Everybody there had a great time. We were all kind of skeptical in a way, but we felt like it was blown out the water. Like people just had such an amazing time. Everybody got lit, man. It was a great night. So I agree with Sonic said, saying this is sad because MK got so much notoriety and so did the FGC. And just for it to kind of like this is gonna be the fucking memory now, you know what I'm saying? Unless it can be rectified, like I said, there's still more to come. Hopefully they don't have to go to court. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. But now let me speak from my personal experience. Let me say this, since I was working in it, right? Obviously I didn't know everything, but I did talk a lot to Fashun during it. Sonic, not so much. This was cool. I went up to Sonic. They actually gave me an autograph for my wife and my daughter because my wife wanted it. And Sonic was cool as shit. I was with Waka. Waka was cool. Waka's real people. That's why even Sonic was like, I'm so surprised how fun Waka is. And they were even talking about doing like a part 2. That's how fucking, I cannot reiterate this so much. That's how fucking good this event was. And the other crazy thing is, check this out. He keeps saying, Fashun, it's like everybody got paid. I'm not no scammer, ask everybody. I can only speak for myself. Well, there's one other person I can speak for, but I'm not gonna say their name. Both of us were involved in the event. Both of us got paid. I got paid half when I agreed to, sign the contract and whatnot. The day of the event, I got paid the second half. And the other person, like I said, I'm not gonna name names, but they said they were paid before they ever left town. I don't know how much they were paid, but I know damn sure none of us were paid close to $10,000, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of different. But I only say that to say this. From my perspective, it was all good. You know what I'm saying? I thought everybody was paid because I heard multiple times that everybody was paid. I didn't know if they were paid half like I was or if they were paid everything up front. I just figured that, hey, I was treated good. You know what I'm saying? When I went there, Fashun was a real dude. I met his wife. She's a sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? So I just love the event. Now you see this, and it's heartbreaking. It's fucking heartbreaking because I look at all parties involved in this in such a good light. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it catches me so off guard. I swear to God, my eyes are watering right now. You know what I'm saying? It catches me so off guard that I almost didn't want to film this. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I had to because everybody's tagging me in it. Let's be real, I have to. I gotta check. I can't be biased. If I'm gonna check the buttons, I gotta check all the fucking buttons. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I'm not trying to be disrespectful, and I'm not the judge and the jury. even with all this information, I'm not about to sit here and be like, such and such guilty, throw away the key, fuck these motherfuckers. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not. You can see all the comments and you can see the way it's going and whatnot, but I'm not gonna weigh in. We're just gonna see the way it plays out. Like I said, hopefully it doesn't go to court, but it looks like that way because it looks like both parties are not gonna bend. And I will say this, since I'm not gonna be biased, I'm not gonna interview anybody on this channel about this particular thing unless both parties, Sonic and Fashun, want to come on here at the same time. But let's be real. We know that shit ain't gonna happen because this is not court. You know what I'm saying? I would be down to do that. Holy shit, that would be fucking crazy. But in order to be neutral and not seem like I'm leaning one way or the other, because let's be real, Fashun, Nobi Gaming, they paid me. I was hired by them. So I'm gonna do my best to not seem biased and be like, hey, I'm gonna stick up for these guys because I was paid. No. I wanna be fair. I'm gonna be right down the middle, and all I'm gonna do is present to you guys the facts. This is the story as it is for now. So in knowing that, I'll just leave it there. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they keep airing it out, man. But it looks like it's getting fucking dirty, and you had to hate that. You fucking have to hate that, man. A lot of people coming on the FTC, I knew it, scammers and all this other stuff. But I gotta tell you, real talk, I was on the inside for a minute, and I saw what people were saying, and I get it. I get why people were saying that, but I'm trying to tell you, it was not that. Like, there was people were getting paid, and these guys, yeah, it was business at the end of the day, and there was some stuff done different. And by different, I mean, like, you know, that was my first time in that environment, but some stuff done, like they were making moves, like transitions, like it was at one venue, then it got switched to the other venue, then it almost got switched to another venue. Like there was some stuff happening. Of course, that's not my job. I was just kind of hearing about it. But at the end of the day, like I said, we were paid. And when we were there, we all had smiles on our faces. So from my point of view, you know, not being an outsider, but being on the inside for some time, talking to Fashun and to people on the team, doing interviews, I honestly felt that this was good. Like, I was like, all right, people can talk their shit, but you know, it's the FTC. We tend to be scared of new things, you know what I'm saying? And the last thing I want to do is be scared of an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Button Check kind of pushes that, and it's been doing it for quite some time, and I've been learning. Sometimes learning the hard way, you know what I'm saying? But I've been learning. And like I said, when I got treated like this, and when I saw this firsthand, I was like, this can't be this does not seem like a scam to me. This seems good. So I'll end it once again. I'll end it like this because it just breaks my fucking heart, man. I hate that it happened like this. I fucking hate, and I don't understand it. I don't. There's not one fucking thing I read in there where I was like, that's why. No, it doesn't. Fuck, I hate it, man. I hate it. And when I say I don't understand it, I'm not trying to play dumb or nothing. I'm just like, my mind doesn't want to understand it. It doesn't want to process it, right? Because fuck, why did it have to be any of this? And let's bring it back. I feel like I'm getting way too emotional. Now I'm trying to present the news, like I said, not being biased. And we're not supposed to get emotional when we present stories, right? But obviously, you know that I had a direct connection with this fucking event. Like, this was huge for me. So I wanted to come through as honest as possible, and I thought about it. I thought about it a lot, you know, before I hit record on this camera. So like I said, hopefully it plays out good. Sonic said a bunch of times, we don't have to go to court, just settle it now. And hopefully it does. So we'll see. How y'all feeling? Let me know. There it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. Like I said, holy shit. Last thing I thought I was ever gonna film, right? But here we are. We'll see what happens. How you guys feeling, man? We got so many videos coming. Patreons, man. If you know, I posted probably something like this. I'm gonna try to get the videos out to Patreon first, but there's so many fucking videos. I thought going full time, that I was like, yeah, no, I got more time. No. There's just more videos. You know what I'm saying? What I need to do is structure my shit. And this is how you do it. You do this, right? This is how you structure shit right here. Anyways, damn, that story took all the life out of me, man. I feel fucking tired. Gaming Awards. If we haven't seen that video posted last night, it's gonna also come today, believe it or not. So we're gonna have 2 videos today. If not, then I already posted it last night. Like I said, there's a lot of videos. Either way, a Patreon, donations, the Christmas giveaway, that link is down below if you guys want to be a part of that. We had a special video for that. Thank you so much. We got a lot. Hitbox giveaways coming up. It's Christmas, good times, New Year's, all that good stuff. Hey, I don't know what it is. Despite this story, it's about to get better. Love y'all forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
You can.
Waka, 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 waka.